All right, welcome in everyone. I'm DC. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, scratch Twitter, Twitch, Blue Sky, and my website, dclasair.com. Oh, and also YouTube. Yeah. Go there. All the links. That is powered by the excellent link in bio site, Doris.2. Use my affiliate code to head over there, or my affiliate link to head over there. If you like what you see, sign up for Doris Pro. Use the discount code DCLasair to get 3% off for 3 months, and I do get a little bit of that subscription back. So yay! Hello, JD Lady. Hello, Springleaf. So, welcome to another Tech Friday. Yay! We have so much to talk about. But first, I played D&D last night, y'all. It was fun. I have a light cleric with the 2024 rules. They're kind of cool. We're doing the Fandelver adventure. Hey, Rex. Thanks for the lurking work. Appreciated. All right. Let me check a thing. Anything else I need to bring up right now? I don't think so. All right. Let's break into it. We have a lot today. So first of all, we're going to talk about finite singularities. Excellent plugin. And if you're not following finite singularity, you totally should be. Actually, it's kind of a finite singularity day, as he worked on this one plugin is his, and then one of the other things we're talking about, he worked on as well. So go give him a follow. Probably one of the best OBS plugin creators around. Makes really clear instructions. So yay. But yeah. So first we're going to talk about doing. Let me activate it. Make sure I'm hitting the right thing because I have a lot of sources. So this line thing I just activated. This is the Stroke Glow Shadow plugin for OBS. And it's great because it allows you to do a stroke, a glow, or a shadow. I know, right? It says what it does in the title. And you want to find out about it, if you want to download it, that's right here. And so I have another version of OBS set up, and we'll take a look at that. I have my other camera set up, but it's not as nice as this one. So this camera is an Elgato Facecam Pro, which is great. The other one is a older model camera, but so you will notice a different in-picture quality because it's just a 1080p camera. So don't be surprised, but I needed to set up another camera to show all this off in an OBS instance. And I had to switch scenes, and it just made this demo easier if I did this. Okay. So hey, look, it's me. All right. So to use stroke, glow, or shadow, I recommend having your video capture. Yay, here's my video capture. Can I center myself a little? Oh, no, I'm right on the edge there. Okay. All right, so here's me. Yay. Was it? Oh boy, I can't remember the key. Alt 4? No. Okay. I thought I could do a thing. Anyway, so you see me here. I have the plugin already installed. Tom, hello. Oh, come on in. And on my video capture device, I right click, go to filters, and don't worry about this being tilted. It's just how the camera came out, and I switched around, so don't worry about that. And you can see I got a chroma key on and a sharpen. And now if I want to add the glow, like the line around my box, or this orange that you see as well. Actually, let me get rid of that bit. Turn that off. Okay. So, back over here. Go to filters, and once you have the plugin installed, these will be under effect filters. You have glow, shadow, stroke, appearing in alphabetical order, of course. So, say I want to start with a glow. Click glow. Bring the box over so you can see it. And you can see I have this kind of white line around me already, because fill type, color, white, right? So you can pick outer glow, inner glow. I don't know. I like dual quasi, this word. And you can increase the size. Density. Select color. Make it purple. And for all of these, you can also, instead of a color, you can make a source gradient, which I have, like byline gradient. And now the glow is this light purple color over here. Yeah. And you can do the same things with shadow. Can be a little hard to tell right off the bat, just because it's a little more subtle. So what I would do is change the color to something a little more apparent. And now you can kind of see, that shadowy outline there. Turn up the intensity. Make it larger. And again, you can choose, the color source that you made. So source type, and I'll get into this as well. I made another one. What did I call the other one? I don't remember what I called the other one. Oh, square frame gradient. Okay. And now we have, this effect going on. So it's a way to give a little more visual interest to you and your stream. But what you can do as well, since we talk about TTRPGs a lot, is imagine, if you will, you have a person in a frame, and I made this bigger box just for funsies. So I'm in my talking head frame. And suddenly it's that person's turn to go. You could set up a button. And to turn on the stroke filter. And then suddenly they have this outline flowing around them, indicating it's their go. Or you could do the glow. The stroke makes it a little, but yeah. And I can change whatever color I want. Right now it's on my square frame gradient. Yeah, so adding just a little more visual interest, and I took a while My name is actually at the bottom of this graphic. I just kind of cut it out because of the way I had to download it out of Canva. But yeah, so imagine dragons. Yeah, and then when their turn is done, you'd have the button set to turn the filter off. Whoop. There's turns done. Or you could do this for status effects, like if a player is poisoned. You know, we could go here, color, and then you would make another. You can label these so they don't all say stroke or glow or whatever. So you might, you know, rename this one to say poison or just poison. Poison. Then you can add it as a button on your stream deck or a hotkey or whatever you like. Select color. Let's make it a green. Say OK. Turn it on. And now, oh, look, this person's poisoned. And you have this green border around them. So yeah, way to add visual interest. Really easy with your scenes. Things like that, because always thinking about how is this useful in a TTRPG setting when we have multiple people. Because again, a lot of advice you see on, let me over a little. A lot of the advice you see is for the solo streamer and not for, you know, groups of people. There we go. That's better. Yeah, that's one way to do that. And if you want to make your own gradients, like I did with the, like this one in the box that's, you know, down below on the far right of the screen here. You can make your own, but that's another couple plugins I did for this one. They're the same here, so I copied that here. So I have the byline gradient, right? And you notice it's color spinning. So there's the gradient plugin by Elgato. And then you would add source, go to gradient, right? And then you'd get this properties menu. And I have it, you know, 1920 by 1080. I added 2 stops, so there's a total steps. So there's total of 3 colors. There's your first one, and then 2 more. And they're all the bi colors. That's the hex code for those colors. Chris, hello, welcome on in. And so I added all these, and I got a solid gradient. To do the spin effect is another plugin by Elgato. And go to filters, and it's user-defined shader. And then you load shader from text from file, and this comes with a bunch of things you can do. So you mark this button, load shader text from file, go to browse, here's all the shader files you can select. And this is one of the rotate ones towards the bottom of the list. Where is it? So this is rotating source shader. And then if you want to use these numbers, you can. But spin speed, rotation, zoom, leave the center X and Y, take off keep aspect ratio. And with these numbers, you'll get the same effect. And then what happens when you make it align is what you see. Oops, let me fix my camera again. And when you make that align, is what you see is here, is how the color's traveling across. So you notice that this area will eventually become purple. That I'm pointing, that my finger's right above. And then it'll go back to the pink and kind of the blue as it rotates around me. So yeah, you can do a lot with just a couple plugins. Oh boy. So yeah, the stroke glow shadow is now on version 1.5.0, and that just happened this week. And it fixed a lot of bugs, made it a lot easier to use. So you want to do some fun visual things, check out the plugin. It's great. Okay. Let's move on. Get rid of a couple things. All right. Next up. Actually, let me close some tabs. Otherwise, I'm going to get way distracted. Okay, I don't need that up. I need far too many tabs up right now. Okay. That's okay, though. So, another thing we need to talk about is a bit of a game changer, honestly. You know, I think stream up chapter annotation, the chapter marker things you can do in OBS now, along with enhanced broadcasting, are really great steps forward and kind of back end things that you don't have to worry about so much. You know, you just click a button. I've been using enhanced broadcasting for over a year. I just click the button. It sends out the signal to as many resolutions as my graphic cards will let it. So if you go to my video, you click Twitch, you can see you can select 1080p, 720, 480, 360, and 160 as your resolutions. And that's just me hitting the enhanced broadcast button and leaving everything else alone. All right. But what we're talking about is a collaboration between Elgato and OBS. Again, this is something Finite Singularity worked on. And you don't have to own any Elgato hardware. You just have to download a thing. Here's the marketplace, and it has the Marketplace Connect. It has a little box for it, just down a bit. You get the plugin, and the Marketplace Connect will talk between the Marketplace and OBS. And you can get some for free, or you can purchase stuff, or you can upload your own to the market and make some money that way as well. But you get whole stream packages just instantly into your OBS. Everything is built within this package. That's really, you don't have to worry about where all the things are on your hard drive because they're all in this bundly thing, right? And you can make your own bundles to give to friends and things like that. So hopefully this works because I put it in my other OBS version we were using earlier, and I'm hoping this version of OBS I'm broadcasting with, and the portable version of OBS I'm kind of testing things on, that it doesn't get confused and puts everything in the right place. So we'll see how this works. So, okay, back here. Yay. So once you install the plugin, you'll go up to Tools, and you'll notice that you now have this Elgato Marketplace Connect right up here. I haven't done this yet. I've only seen it demonstrated. So let's see if this works like I think it will. Because I have it installed in 2 OBS versions. I just want the stuff to go in this one. Now, this shouldn't replace anything. It should just go. Okay. You don't own... Yes, I don't. I know I don't own any. So explore the marketplace. Okay. And actually, give me a moment here. Let's show you what that looks like. What the tab that just came up. One moment. I am juggling a lot of windows right now. Okay. All right. There we go. Okay, so when we hit that button, whoop, we get this. Takes us to these scenes collections. But you can also go to the Elgato marketplace, marketplace.elgato.com, and just select OBS here, and you'll see the same things. And we have all these. We have free, we have animated, or we have a lot of free ones, but we have luxury, free animated stream package, Valor, scrapbook. We're gonna put in this enterprise one because this looks cool. And then you notice there are some that are $30, but we go to the enterprise one. You can see some of what you get. You can put it. There's slide things you can do. Right, camera overlays, futuristic. I don't know about that, but modifiable screens, and you can kind of see what it gives you. Right, so now in theory, what we do is I click get, and we'll see what happens. This will be neat. Okay, it says it has done the thing. Okay, so we're going to allow that. We're going to open an OBS Studio. Okay, it did the thing, right? Okay, we'll see if it did the thing. We'll go here, and oh look, I have this thing called Enterprise Scene Bundle. Huh? I wonder what I should do with this. Huh? Maybe. Let me correct my window again. Actually, let's see. Not what I do. Okay, too many windows. All right. So I'm gonna click this, or I'm going to click to download. That's what I'm gonna do. It's downloading. It's a big pile, so it takes time to load the collection. This is a fairly big collection, so it takes a minute. Oh, look, I'm missing a plugin. Advanced masks. I should go get that. And because of the way OBS works, they can't include the plugins with the packages, but they can tell you what you're missing and give you the button to go download it. So get. Oh, look, it took me right to the page to get it. Download. Oh, let's see here. I don't want the installer because it's a separate one. So we'll download this. And we'll go here while I manage all this. Hey, Brian, welcome on in. I'm going to save that file to a spot. All right, again, it'll just take me a minute to sort everything out because I thought I had all the plugins I needed, but I don't. So we are going to install a plugin. I am hitting buttons, believe me, I really am. I'm extracting things. I'm, making stuff happen. I have to open another File Explorer window. I have to go to my OBS portable, my OBS plugins, 64-bit. Wait, no, that's wrong. OBS plugins data. There we go. That's the thing I want. Then I just copy folders over. Oh, actually gonna have to close that version of OBS. I hope everyone's doing good while I mess around with that. Okay, so I've copied those. So I should have all the things that I need installed. And then, okay, so close that. Do the thing. And then I need to reopen the portable version of OBS that I have going. Here we go. All right, it's coming back up. So I should have everything now that I need. And go to studio mode. Okay. Should be good to go now. Let's try this again. All right, so now I have all the plugins I need. Go back here. Yay, hey, this worked. Okay. And so let's do it again. Tools. Elgato Marketplace Connect. Loading purchase products. Okay, I have all the plugins. Download. Loading collection. This is a big collection, so it takes a little longer. Okay, just a few quick steps and your setup is ready to use. Huh. Get started. Collection name. Okay, it wants to name the scene collection. So we'll call this Enterprisey Test. My webcam. Well, right now, we're using the OBS virtual camera. Oh, no, we're not. I lied. We're using the Logitech Stream Cam, which is slightly upside down because I connected it and the picture appeared that way. So I just rotate it in OBS. So you give it your camera, and what's this? I can have it select my microphone as well? Look at this. So my microphone is this one. Hey, look, I'm getting audio on my microphone. So the package automatically goes, what's your video? What's your audio? And applies it to everything. Hit continue. Wait, did that click? I think that clicked. And now I have all this. And I can choose, there's different styles here I can choose. Like if I needed a font, said main title, subtitle text, I can change these. If I want to make a slide, you can see how my webcam is totally messed up, but that's fine. We can adjust that. If this webcam was proper, it would show up just fine, but you know, we'll get to that. But if I don't like the color wave stuff, I could do the gradient. And notice how everything is already rotating. Everything's moving. Introduction, starting soon, presenter name. You can change all of this because everything is here. You can change the size of all of this, again, and add your own filters and everything. There's this one. Topography. Just chatting. You can see what live chat looks like. Okay, let's fix this camera because kind of annoying me right now. So camera. See, what does it have in filters? Let's not do that. Let's go to display capture, add capture source above. So if you want, you know, you got your game capture, all that. Green screen cam. Transform. Rotate me 90 degrees, please. And then, I mean, my ceiling is sexy, but, you know. I'm very squished. Why am I so squished? Oh, well. It's squishing me. Let's see if I can fix that. Not really. I'm just squishy. It's just gonna look weird. I didn't bother installing the software for this camera, so you know. But yeah, everything's suddenly here. So what if? Let's try this again. And notice it's enterprisey test. I can go back to my regular thing because it created a new scene select section for me. So let's try a different one. And this time I'll use my virtual camera and everything will look neat. So Elgato Marketplace. I really like this enterprise bundle because you can do the slide thing and everything. Click the button again. And I have some to choose. I don't want to spend the money right now on any, but I might actually. There's at least one on here I really like that I might actually spend some money on. Because, and I don't mind because someone worked real hard on these things to get all these features. All right, let's try the Pixels Retro theme. That'll be fun. Get that. Yeah. No, sign in. I should be signed in. Okay, get. All right, so we close this out. Go back to tools. Elgato Marketplace. There's the pixels. Download. Loading collection. I mainly had to have the other camera up there for the stroke glow shadow plugin to look good. But for this, and get started, once again, we named the collection Pixely. I don't know, all the names got end in Y now. Okay, webcam. So we'll do virtual camera. Virtual Elgato virtual camera, come up, please, maybe? No, you don't. Oh, not Elgato virtual camera. OBS virtual camera. There we go. Haha. Okay, continue. Microphone is this one. Just because I know my settings. Continue. There is a problem while changing scene and some sources could not be unloaded. Okay, so there's a thing. Let's try reopening. Y'all don't need to see my mix line. Let's try reopening that version of OBS. Okay, here we go. Now we have the pixel ones, and you see this is transitions with sound. I have three options to choose from for my camera. I can just hide the ones I don't want. BRB, you can see that you probably can't hear the audio because I don't have it routed in a way, but you can see that the PC audio thing goes up and the BRB screen is going because this makes a fireplacey sound. So there's an intermission. Look, we can got a chat window. Our camera again. Go to ending. There's a neat sound, so going. And look, here's all my, I can type in what I want here. You know, here's the icons. And you can mess with all this, move them around. Do whatever. Here's my main camera. You can see this is my other camera that I was using. But let's go to this one. And let's remove it. Remove. Yes. And let's re-download that and see what that looks like with a normal-ish looking camera. So I go back to Elgato Marketplace Connect. Yes, I'm already signed in. Why are you confused? I'm signed in. Yes, open OBS. Yes, do the thing. There we go. Okay. So we're going to download the Enterprise Scene Bundle again. Now imagine someone having the time to put together one of these for a TTRPG actual play, where you have screens, they're animated, maybe you give transitions, and then you provide, maybe you provide different frames for multiple people and cameras, and then you could add the, stroke, shadow, glow to those things like we just showed earlier. Pricey 2. It's got to end in Y. OBS Virtual, go, microphone, this one. Continue. It takes a moment because, again, Enterprise is a lot of sources. But there. Yeah, so if I want the font, get it. It tells me what to do with the font, where to get it from. And you can disable or delete this text source if you don't if you don't want it. But here, look, I can do me now. I can go into my camera. I can change this aspect ratio if I need to. But yeah, speaker name. So I can just go here. Notice it highlights this. Go. Hey, look, it's my name. Imagine that. Imagine dragons. And then hit enter. And then slides. And of course, I can have a source behind me. And look, slide title. Like I'm doing a presentation, Same thing with the typography one. Ooh, look at this. Look at this movement. I like that. And then this one could have chat on the side. There's like, ooh, sorry. That probably just blinded everyone. Okay, sci-fi. Ooh. Introduction. Oh, hi. Just chatting. Oops. All right, and then here's my camera. And say I want to cut down my sides here. They normally do. And then I'd probably put another background behind here, because otherwise the other sources are now going to look. Yeah, see, I would put something behind here, maybe add it to the green screen so this is all one continuous picture, but it's easy enough to do. Right? So So I could go here. Or I could just do that and turn off the no cam background. Then we go back and hey. And if I wanted to, I could increase this to fill in this box a little more. But you know. Hey. Hey up there. Looking good. All right. Yeah, so now imagine putting together, and look at the little motion up there of the slide title. That's a lot of work. So now imagine someone clever and putting together packages for TTRPG actual plays. You know, you get a frame maybe. You have different ones. Maybe you have a setup so people can look at a virtual map, and you make it so all the people automatically move, and you provide scenes where it can be 2 or 3 players of the 4. Or maybe you give different screen types with holes in them for the players. Like, you know, you do 4 up, so there's 1 DM, 3 players, or 5, 1 DM, and 4 players. And yeah, you give them a whole bunch of options that way. Or you can just give them frames and let them add in their own frames. And, you know, maybe a little more instructions on how to move things around. But this is really cool. And you don't need any extra hardware. You just have to download a plugin, go to the marketplace right from the tools menu. And you can download it. And what I'm saying is, people that are clever and good with this stuff, please make it so we have TTRPG ones for actual plays. And you have everything in a named scene collection. You just click over to that scene collection, and there's your show, right? It's a little bit of setup, but you can do so many dynamic things with this. And you can create your own little packages. Where was that at? Is that tools? There is a way to make your own little package for this. I can't remember exactly how that part worked, but you can do it. You can make your own streamer package, and take a look at some of these if you need help and see what they do. But this is really cool, and if you're new to streaming, grab one of these packages. I mean, they're free. Some of them are free. They look good. They give you a lot of options, or at least a really good starting point. Right? A lot of complex things going on here. And look at this. This one even has a date up here. It's not March 3rd, people. It isn't. That's Monday. But yeah, you can put, because it's not it doesn't automatically give you the date. So oops, I can't type. So there. Now we're at February 27th. So yeah. And yeah, this is really cool way to get you started very easily on streaming, and good looking packages automatically. This is kind of like hitting an easy button, right? It's amazing, and you can add or subtract whatever you want to these things as well. great. I'm loving it. All right. So let me close all these tabs so I don't have to have them all open. And let's see what's next. All right, we're almost at break time, and that's probably good because we are going to transition into talking about the structure of an actual play and things like that. And we're going to be talking more about plot and assembling a season out of shows and the thinking on that and a couple examples. And so we're not going to be talking about character things because that's going to be a unique thing between you and your players in a TTRPG actual play. And, you know, there's this dynamic of things that happen on the spot that don't happen in other forms of media. So we got to take that into consideration as well. But we're going to go over some basic structural things, and hopefully we build on that into, you know, the whole show. So when we come back from break, that's what we'll be doing. If you have any questions about anything we talked about today, the Stroke Glow Shadow plugin, which does this line you see around me, and, you know, can move my head out. Woo-hoo. Yeah. The OBS Marketplace. Let me know. Or if there's some neat tech thing you saw, you know, put it in chat while we're on break, and then when we come back, we'll talk about story structure. And so, be right back. See you in 5. Gonna run some ads. I'm not above mooneranging your face. Your creepy, creepy face. How I connected all my audio and how I could still control audio with Stream Deck knobs, because we all know the knobs are important and the knobs are good to touch. So, okay, what? Deception. This isn't gonna work. Oh, it might actually work. Oh no, it's a 20, so it's a critical success.
And rather it was stolen from Mr. Orton, or he's smuggling it in for himself and claiming that it's homemade when it's not. We should really just take all this stuff and go turn it into the Baker's Guild and call it done.
Do we really need to find this Darren Esser? Oh my god, I just got that. Do we need to find this person, or can we just go?
Bye. Ow! Rude! What was that for? What did I do to you? What? How did I? happened? I don't get it. What a jerk of a goat. Or a ram, or whatever they call you. I don't know. You gave me the implement of destruction and placed smashable object in eternity. I didn't mean to do it. Yes, I did. I just thought that's what I was supposed to do. Exactly. It is what you're supposed to do. Oh, don't be a stick in the mud. Let's just have some fun. Hey, do you like these? Like all this one? Game. Game. Go back into stealth mode.
This can go one of two ways.
I
You can
don't think
either
so.
put it in-
He claps his hands, and he gets 2 pie plates float up on each of his shoulder, like
Oh my
shoulder
God, no.
missiles. And
Glad they say imagine cream pies
They
because
say
what I was
imagine
actually
cream
imagining was
pies.
dragons.
Yep.
I was imagining dragons.
I'm not
but no, it's
responsible
cream
for what
pies.
you think of when you see the term cream. We're gonna do the thing first. There's an easy way to end this, but I'm not doing that. We're suplexing the train. Yeah!
As the pieces fall and slide off his armor. Aren't you glad you met us?
I was proud up until that moment.
I had to ruin that. I had to.
It would be so terrible, but I really want to just throw an axe orb and go, no, I'm not.
Okay. Confetti. Okay. Wisdom is my best. We're gonna try it. It'll probably be hard, but this is where all the great stuff gets baked that you love.
I do enjoy getting baked.
Don't pastries and everything you could love. All in your tummy. Yeah. All right. Now they.
I'm gonna just let DC have this. I'm gonna let him have it.
Yep.
And hey, leave that alone. Don't chewing on the green screen. So if we're thinking it's someone that's been striking bakeries recently called the Frosting Phantom. And comes in, takes something, disappears. And Herb, Lady Luck 34 gave you disadvantage.
Mandy.
So do I pick that or do you pick that?
Nope,
Do you
your
pick when that happens,
your
or
next
just-
roll has disadvantage.
Oh jeez. Oh wow. Okay. Wow. but thank you for donating to charity. And the drama mask.
Used to be a
And
about a 6-foot tall human. And with that, his size grows to 10 feet. His skin becomes a flaky crust. Skeletal wings of butter spread out from his back. And a rolling pin of necrotic energy forms in his hand.
Choices were made, and we respect them.
Wow.
All right. Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for sticking around. And let me get my headphones back in so I can hear all the action that happens on my own stream. All right. So this whole idea started with Brian and I talking during MagicCon, and they had a great idea for Tech Friday about, why we do the things we do when we produce a show. And so I took that, and maybe I can convince Brian to come on when we get to the point of putting everything together as a whole and talk about it. But it's my fault again, isn't it? It is totally your fault. And so I'm going to talk about story and crafting a story. And for our structure, I'm going to use the screenplay. Right, so a movie script. Nandor making work for himself. I'm excited to see it, right? And so I back up. I'm going to put in my qualifications for talking about all this. I went to college. I did a study of film video, like 4 years, right? That part of my bachelor's degree. I've read numerous books on screenplays. I've written sketch comedies. I've been paid to write drafts of screenplays. So I sort of know what I'm talking about, at least if you want something of, are you just pulling this out of nowhere? No, I have learned things to tell you, and hopefully it all makes sense and after I'm done, because I don't know, I'll just say some words. So, in a screenplay, the way it's formatted is that one page is about 1 minute of screen time. Just got here, but indeed, blame Brian. Wait. But which Brian do I blame? I need direction. So, in a screenplay, and hi, Brian Cortijo, welcome. So, in a screenplay, one page equals approximately a minute. A little longer, a little shorter, depends on dialogue and everything you put in there, but that's the basic idea. So 120 pages, 2 hours of time, and that's kind of what we're going with on this. And my very favorite book on screenwriting is Sid Field's Screenplay, The Foundations of Screenwriting. It's the kind of the classic that you just point to for all the things all the time. Now there's other ways to do it, but for our purposes, we're going to be using his theories, a 3-act structure, and kind of how it applies to the screenplay. So you have, a page of a screenplay. And 5-minute fight scene begins. Leave details to stunt team. Exactly, and we'll get to things like that in a moment too, because Rex did something very important. as well. Next 4 pages intentionally blank. So in a script, you have, it's composed of, scenes, and a bunch of scenes make a sequence, a bunch of sequences make an act, and then once you get through all your acts, you have your whole story. Right? So scene, sequence, act. And then there's elements of scenes and sequences and acts, and you can get all that. But right now we're just kind of concerned with structure overall. And so what Sid Field did, this was years ago, was he looked and was like, there's patterns here. There's patterns that work. And here they are. And so he outlines the steps. And so in his 3-act setup, again, 2 hours, so 120 pages. So Act 1 is approximately 30 minutes. Act 2 is 60 minutes, because that's where the bulk of everything happens. And then Act 3, your resolution, is another 30 minutes. Right? And then going from Act 1 into Act 2, you have a plot point 1, and then Act 2 into Act 3, you have a plot point 2. And so there's this handy graph. I'm going to put you in a couple links here. Here is a very good explanation of how all these things work and definitions. Right there. And then we're about to look at, where did it go? Why is it not on my screen? Oh, because it's over on the other side. Right. And we're going to take a look at this graph, which breaks down everything. And I hit this window. Hey, look, I was talking about that. So you can see Act 1, plot point 1 is approximately at 20 to 30 minutes in. So usually around 10 minutes, there's something called an inciting incident. And that's, what propels the character forward. So we kind of get 10 minutes with the characters, seeing their lives and everything. And then Act 1 into Act 2 is your first plot point. Already putting the tech from Tech Friday to work. Yeah! Is your first plot point. This is kind of your first big plot change. And then Act 2, which in a different book, Sid divided into 2 halves. So if you read that first book, you may not see this midpoint thing. But first half, dramatic context, midpoint, then a second half. So 30 pages here, another 30 here, 60 pages total for Act 2. You have a midpoint, again, another, so you have your setup here, confrontation, and then Act 3 is your resolution. And then you have all your dramatic build up here. You have a midpoint again, action, hero realization. And then here, you build up, tension rises. Then plot point 2 is you're building into your resolution. Your big final battle is happening. And then you go into the aftermath and everything after your third point. And that's the end of your movie. One moment. I have a coughing fit. All right. And if you want all the details, how to do this, how to make effective characters, read the book this is based on. We're not going over that here. This is just kind of a overall structure to give us to work with. And so when it comes to your show, think about how many episodes you want, and then you can divide those episodes up into a Act 1, Act 2, Act 3, and kind of do the same, have the same point. So if I have 8 episodes, I would put 2 of those episodes would qualify as my Act 1, and then I would do 4 for my Act 2, so 6, and then the remaining 2 would be my Act 3 for that season. Or something, roughly, right? These aren't exact, but as long as you hit it within those numbers, as you can see, plot point 1, approximately page 20 to 30, that's where it should happen, depending on how it goes. Plot point 2, approximately page 80 to 90, again, depending on plot and things like that. And so, yeah, you want Act 1 and Act 3. If you're doing 3 acts, you can do more than 3 acts. Yeah, there's all sorts of structures you can do, but for this, as like a starting point for all this, we're just saying 3 acts. So Act 1, Act 3, generally around the same size. Act 2 should be the most where all your big build-up happens. So, maybe this is 3 episodes, and this is 6, and maybe another 3, or however you want to divide it up. And so when you're looking at putting together a show, and you're thinking of story arcs, think about that second episode. What's going to happen here that propels the party forward? Like we've got to know the characters. You've set up the world, and now at that second episode, what's going to happen to go into that season, to continue that season and be the tension for that season? And then you have another list of episodes. Okay, you go through, and then so 2 episodes here, 4 episodes here. So by episode 6, look at winding down the season. What's the resolution going to be? What's the big thing here? And then maybe you start off with a big battle, and then you go into kind of a cool down, and then you do something to maybe add a cliffhanger to propel you into your next season. So when I'm putting together a show, this is kind of what I think about. I think about how many episodes do I have, and how to divide them up into sort of an Act 1, an Act 2, and an Act 3. Sometimes there can be an Act 4. Like I said, that's just basis. There's all sorts of ways to put together a story, but I just needed something to build on basis, and Sid Field's screenplay felt like the good way to do this. And so that is essentially how to think about the story. Again, not the characters, just the overall story. And because actual play is such a different beast to work with, how characters develop and things, and how the story goes is up to the DM and the players, right? And so whatever they introduce to the story and what they bring about, as the DM, you have to be flexible enough to move with the players and change things around. But it's always good to have a basic idea of, we're going this way. And don't be afraid to, if you're doing this as a show, because again, doing it as a show and doing it, with my friends, like last night I played D&D, and there's all sorts of things I wouldn't do if it were if what we played yesterday was a show. But because I'm with friends and it's not a show, a lot of stuff we don't need to worry about a lot of these things. This is just because it's a show, you're trying to be entertaining to an audience and have a forward story, right? And the other thing I liked about the screenplay metaphor, which is where Rex kind of hit on a thing, is that where Rex's 5-minute fight scene begins, leave details to stunt team. Another thing in screenplays is it's not like a regular novel or story. You don't fill in every detail as the screenwriter. You say interior bar day, that's called the slug line that goes on top. And what that bar looks like isn't up to you. That's up to the set construction team. If you have a way a character sounds in your head, you can put that down, but that can be up to the actor. That can change. The actor can change that, and that's fine. Because your script becomes something that belongs to the whole production team, right? This is a skeleton of what's to come, and everything else, is kind of the meat and the skin and the brains and the heart, and everything else comes together. It's all the other people, and there will be a lot of changes on the way. And you gotta be flexible and work with these things. And so, in scripts, you say, a fight ensues. Well, the sword clings. The writer isn't going to go, okay, and they stand here, and then they cross, their swords cross here, and then they cross here. And, you're going to write a general description of, okay, fight going on, and maybe there's some dialogue there, and then, fighting continues. And because that's up to the stunt team and the actors and, their training and everything, and the director, how the director wants that to play out. That's up to those people. That isn't up to you as the screenwriter. And so a lot of DMing is kind of like that. A lot of stuff isn't up to you. A lot of character stuff is up to your players. And now you can talk beforehand, couple session zeros or whatever, about where you want to go, or because we're doing a show, you kind of talk in the green room, as we call it, before you go on and say, okay, I would like our story to kind of get to this point here, and then everyone understands you're working towards a certain story beat. And, they work with you and try to help get there, right? Or you say, okay, I'm kind of going here, and that's all part of making these things a show. To show someone. So yeah, that is our first step in this thing, is thinking about the structure of your season. And we'll get into how that relates to actually pressing the buttons at another time. But for right now, I just wanted to give everybody kind of thoughts on a structure. And if you are looking for screenwriting books, Sid Field has quite a few of them. I recommend Sid Field stuff really highly. And there is another book called Story by Robert McKee, I believe. That's a kind of a more in depth. It like a lot of screenwriting books. If you read Screenplay by Sid Field, and then you read other screenwriting books, you're going to see a lot of similarities. And some people expand, some people change. But I believe it is called Story. Robert McKee. Yeah, it has a longer title, but yeah, story, substance, structure, style, and the principles of the principles of screenwriting. By Robert McKee, that's another good one. People will recommend Save the Cat. I don't personally like Save the Cat, but tends to be a popular one. There are some good things in Save the Cat. I've read it, and there are writing jobs out there where, hey, do you know how to write in Save the Cat style? Because it's sort of proven cookie cutter method, right? And you just follow the method and fill in. This is why all your Hallmark movies are basically the same thing, because they all kind of follow Save the Cat. But so I'm not a huge fan of it. There are some good ideas in that book. It's and Screenplay, The Foundations of Screenwriting, not a long book. Robert McKee's story is a longer book. It's we're talking about 480 pages for Robert McKee's story, so it has some real in-depth things. And if you want to get to know more about writing characters and things like that, definitely check out Story. And Screenplay, The Foundations of Screenwriting, also does mention character things too. But today, like I said, was about plot because, again, character is something handled quite differently when we're talking about TTRPG actual plays. So I didn't want to go into, character development, and then because now it's just sort of your idea on that character when it's actually the player's idea on their character, right? So yeah, that will be that for this week on DC Teaches You a Thing. If you have any comments, questions, please put them in chat or ask me later on Blue Sky. But I'm going to take another break, and then we'll get into our learning, right? I'm going to take another break, and then we'll get into our usual wind down of TTRPG news, general silliness, things in tech, anything. So if you do have any questions, let me know, and put them in chat, and I'll be glad to talk about them when we come back. All right, be about 5 minutes. See you soon. Take out the wooden stick, and go. I made mistakes. Rods we bestow upon our new fish are priceless objects. Don't cost anything. Since you know what you're doing, you'll probably want a proper one. But in the meantime, let's see if you can figure out how to hold your pole. Ready, the one I gave you, and your lessons can begin. I held my pole and I completed a quest. Ready in your... Everyone, get ready. Get ready to spell 5 with me. Okay? Are you ready? Ready? Get your hand all warmed up. Find that space. Find the space. Oh, there it is. Ready, set, spell 5. Yeah. Thank you all for joining me. This was great. And so, I give to you the kindness train.
All aboard. Here comes the kindness train.
Ta-da! Kitty! Kitty, get down! So, here we go. Y'all ready for this? Yeah, this will be something, won't it? Hey, look at that. There's 3 of me. So right away you'll notice some color difference in things, and yeah, and you probably like one more than the other, and that's fine. I'll tell you which one I like, but if I was doing an actual camera review, this would be a I have no idea what just happened, but that was cool. Now it really reminds me of Hitchhikers, right? Fine. Everything is plants. No one moves.
Okay, I got a message that I'm disconnected, so I'm going to try to activate. So, oh wait, no, I'm connected again.
Okay.
That's odd.
I can't even move. No. Okay, I'm gonna abandon this one because...
Wait, you're stuck?
Well, no, the tree isn't moving for me. Usually it moves a little, but it's not. And if the enemies can't move towards me, I can't get any experience. So, we'll quit this one out.
So we really do have to make like a tree and leave?
Yes, we do. I'm not above mooneranging your face. Your creepy, creepy face. What is this? Oh, nope! Nope, 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 nope. And I say again, nope. Eat my fiery balls, you sack.
And in a strangely sonorous voice for Orvin, he will proclaim, "You cannot pass the digestional tract. I am a servant of the secret baking fire, wielder of the flame of Little Debbie. The dark chocolate will not avail you, flame of hostess!" And he will cast Beacon of Hope.
Okay. And today, I promised another bread comparison. So, let's do it this hand. Me, hat, bread. No hat. All right. Understood? Yeah. Also, I'm more friendly for the environment because I don't come in a plastic bag, unless you want me to.
I'm still a little wary. I just keep watching DC's like window.
Right. Also, thank you as a board member of Take This and a stream ambassador. So,
this is the 5th baking themed one shots, part of the baking anthology. It will be the last charity one shot on DC Lasair's channel, although he may be available for other things. In case you do not know, DC is a producer, streamer, moderator, and the superior had a, oh my god.
Ask and ye shall receive.
The Hatamancy has been engaged.
So please follow
Wow.
DC on Twitter and check out the links and check out his Patreon and Ko-Fi if you would like to. If you would like this for consulting, if you would, for whatever reason, like this for consulting.
Production classes are A++.
I guess
This is everything I wanted.
Yeah. So yeah.
I'm so happy.
You asked that earlier, and we had no clue this was happening.
And with that, his size grows to 10 feet. His skin becomes a flaky crust. Skeletal wings of butter spread out from his back. And a rolling pin of necrotic energy forms in his hand.
Choices were made, and we respect them.
Wow.
The pie missiles go from 2 to 4. There's 2 below his arms, 2 above.
Tyrion just turns to Punk and says, "I did warn you."
Question.
And with that, his size grows to 10 feet. His skin becomes a flaky crust. Skeletal wings of butter spread out from his back. And a rolling pin of necrotic energy forms in his hand.
Choices were made, and we respect
Wow.
The pie missiles go from 2 to 4. There's 2 below his arms, 2 above.
Tyrion just turns to Punk and says, "I did warn you."
Question.
Yes.
Does this count as a humanoid dying?
No.
Just changing form. Dagnabbit, okay.
This was his magical girl transformation sequence. So.
Oh. Brian and other people in chat can tell you I will turn on Business Tanya real quick when we need to. And no one likes Business Tanya because it's the unfun part of doing this. What you're struggling not to laugh. What are you gonna say?
No, because my secret is that I'm actually always Business Brian. That's the thing is people don't understand. Like Business Brian, just they're like, oh, it slipped out, and I'm like, Business Brian's been here the whole time.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Thanks for sticking around. So now we just kind of settle into our weekend. We can, take off the learning caps if you want. Put on your other hats. Ooh, Plugin does something fun with this hat. I like that. That's kind of fun. But, then I can just do this. Go from there. Getting some cell shading with that hat, right? Do I start calling her Business Brian? I mean... All right. So, let's I'll put on my headphones, get the music going. And we're winding down our weekend, so yay. And if you have anything you want to talk about, let me know. As long as it has to do with tech or TTRPGs, I'm happy to read it out and talk about it and answer questions. All right. Let's see what we have here. Oh, put music on real low. Oh, hey. On May 5th, Skype shuts down for good. Remember Skype? You do have some tech topics? Excellent. Please put them in chat. Yeah, so Skype, the thing that Microsoft hasn't paid attention to in a while, is shutting down. So if you have anything important in Skype, I don't know. Take a screenshot. Yeah. So there's the article from Ars Technica. And let's see. Ooh. Oh, just because. Oh, the new AMD cards, yeah. But rumor mill time. Half-Life 3 development may be nearing completion. I'm like, what? Really? 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 I am doubtful, but nonetheless. Current take on the new card generations. From what I've seen of the, at least of the NVIDIA 50 series, going from the 40 series to the 50 series, I don't think the 50 series is necessary of a jump. I think you're still going to be really, really happy with a 40, 70, 80, 90, whatever, as far as NVIDIA goes. AMD is let me get a AMD article up. Still on 2070. Yeah, 2070 works great. Okay, so here's an article. AMD's FSR4 upscaling exclusive to 90 series Radeon GPUs won't work on other cards. So yeah, some upscaling features to its newest cards. If that's the thing you need, great. There's definitely some new neat tech in all these things and how they render stuff, but new Monster Hunter doesn't roll well on my card. Oh, yeah. There's some new stuff. There's some new, upscaling stuff, but I'm not seeing too much that is really just mind-explodingly good. There's definitely improvements. And there's some neat stuff, and, better graphic-y things going on. And, you get all that AI stuff with NVIDIA cards and things like that, and that'll definitely make things faster, but I don't think this is one of the generations you want to climb aboard, at least not right now. Probably the next one will be a better leap forward. than what we have. I mean, yeah, stuff can look better slightly, and they can run better slightly, but especially with the the reports of the 5090, or 50 whatever cards, just not report doing as well as say a 4090 or a 4080. Again, that's NVIDIA to NVIDIA. I haven't used AMD cards in a very long time, so I don't have as much knowledge. But again, what the pictures I'm seeing, yeah, this new FSR stuff, hey, the stuff does look slightly better. But I don't know if it's necessarily worth the expense right now of it, if you really need a new card. The AMD is looking to be cheaper. Yeah. In general, that's the case. Looking slightly better seems to be the advertising benchmark for card or card upgrades lately. Yeah. I mean, AMD is good quality cards. They do great things, and you can get a lot of power out of them. Like I like what I see out of AMD cards when people use them. And stuff, and I don't know, I've just stuck with NVIDIA for so long now, and then a lot of the newer OBS stuff works better with NVIDIA cards, so I'm kind of glad that, at least for my purposes in producing and things, kind of stuck with the NVIDIA, but some of that is opening up to AMD cards as well. But if you don't have the same production needs that I do, then yeah, go with what you like and what you can get, and yeah. Is that a kitty? No. No kitty. All right. Hey, AMD has room to grow and compete. Yeah. And right, it's probably going to be other companies that force NVIDIA into more innovation, because it doesn't take long for them to catch up, honestly. And then, in another generation, they'll they'll be offering really compelling cards. I don't know if Intel's still doing the ARC thing, but those had my interest, and like if they kept going with the ARC thing, that could really take off into something, or could have taken off into something if they're still doing those. I'm not sure. But yeah, here's a good comparison article I found while we were talking. Again, I was on Ars Technica. But this really breaks down the AMD and NVIDIA card battle, as it were, of the current generation stuff and pricing and all that. So take a look at that article. That'll bring up quite a bit, I think. That's a good discussion. By Andrew Cunningham, and he is one of their longtime writers. Usually pretty good. See here, best stuff. Oh, because I just saw this on Engadget. Sigil has opened up, not the actual City of Doors, but the 3D virtual tabletop thing. If you subscribe to D&D Beyond at either the Heroic tier or the Master tier, you can download and use Sigil. Actually, it's available publicly, so you can do it. Still considered early access. It's still an alpha product by all means, but when you want to host multiplayer games and unlock extra goodies, that's when you need the Master tier subscription, as this article says. So, and they just released a new build. Along with this announcement, there is a new build that came out yesterday as well. I haven't tried it yet. I just haven't had time. And I should definitely do that, because it's one of the things I need to know. Let's see. Oh, Charity Itch Bundle. Tunic, which I played on stream. It was a lot of fun. And 400 other games can be yours for just $10, thanks to a Charity Itch Bundle. Again, on Engadget. Oop. Right there. Or wildfire relief efforts. It's a mix of video games and physical tabletop role-playing games, asset packs, books, comics, and other projects. Neat. So yeah, if you need to grow that library of games that you haven't played yet, hey, there's a bundle for you to do that with. I am attacked. Huh. Okay. Again on Engadget, EA releases source code for 4 Command and Conquer games. Alrighty. So if those were your jam, hey, the Red Alert and Renegade are now open source. So let's see here. It's Command and Conquer, Red Alert, Renegade, and Generals are all available through a GPL license. And on GitHub, apparently. Yeah, I played a couple of Command and Conquer games. They were fun. All right. else we have? Oh, also TTRPG news. The Demiplane and Roll20 integration thingy is now available in an alpha state. So, sure you can go there and check that out. Also, a new UA involving the Artificers again has been released. Oh, and we have to talk about this because, yeah, at the Gamma Expo, and I want one. WizKids and D&D, Hasbro all put together, and you can get a potato head beholder. There's the article off of EN World. You know, you can give it a hat, purse, lips. Let's see, what does it have? Icon of the Realms Potato Head Beholder box miniature. 10 eye stalks, 1 fire ray eye stalk and 1 lightning ray eye stalk. 1 central eye with lashes, an angry central eye, pair of glasses, a bag of holding, a hat, a mustache mouth, a fang mouth, a pair of red lips, and a tongue. That looks creepy, but we will all buy it, right? A thing I didn't know I wanted until it existed. Let's see, what else do we have? I'm just reading through articles, seeing if there's any that catch my eye. That. Something we haven't talked about yet. We talked about that. Okay, nothing there. Alright. I think that will wrap up TTRPG stuff. Let's talk about Gundam a moment, and we'll kind of end on that note. Need more water. Let's see here. Yeah, because Gundam stuff. There's always time for Gundam, right? But if you do have any questions about anything we covered, because it was a lot today, please let me know. And please, someone use the Elgato marketplace and make TTRPG actual play packages, please. As your friendly neighborhood producer, I would like some. That'd be cool. So, you know, get on that coding train or things. I don't know. That's other magic. All right, and also, if you do make that, you know, charge for them, because you'll deserve to get paid. All right. So this link comes from Screen Rant. The new Gundam movie is out in U.S. theaters today. I know it's airing at one of my local cinemas, so I might go maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow night. Gotta find if it's playing near me. It is the first 3 episodes of the new series. Gundam, lots of letters. Oh yeah, that's right. Springleaf already named it. We're calling it Gundam GQ. So yeah, Gundam GQ, lots of U's and an X, but it's Gundam GQ. And Gundam GQ starts airing in Japan April 18th, so we'll probably get the full series fairly soon after that. But the movie is essentially the first 3 episodes of the series kind of smashed together. That is a thing that happens quite often in anime, is that you'll get a movie that's like episodes smashed together. And wonder if they will tell us the correct pronunciation in the movie. I would love to know. But it is Gundam GQ. But yeah, if we get a pronunciation of it, that'd be fantastic. I would like that. But otherwise, until we figure that out, it's Gundam GQ. Just keep that in mind. No matter what anyone else tells you, no matter the posters, you look at that, you see that group of letters, it's Gundam GQ. That's official word from here. And Springleaf. So yeah, all right. We'll wrap up there. Let's see who is on that we can send a lovely raid over to. I think, was Steven going to be on today? Yes, Steven is on today. Yay! Doing more game demos. So we will take the raid over to Steven Joy's, playing some Next Fest games. Share the love. It'll be great. Steven is on. Racing for St. Jude. All right, awesome. So we're going to go over there, help Steven raise some money. Sorry, thing dropped. And if I see the Gundam movie, I'm sure I'll talk about it on Blue Sky. It's only running at one time tonight, so I got to balance out. Do I want to battle Friday night traffic and having dinner and all these things? Oh, hey, before we go, we'll get kitty time. All right, come here. Everyone gets to see it for the weekend. Look, you even get the highlight too. Right, Finite Singularity. Hello, how you doing? We talked a lot about your things today. All right, kitty. Go forth. Be profitable. Been a big week. Yeah. We talked about the Elgato OBS Marketplace. I did a whole demo on Stroke Glow Shadow, so hopefully I said good words about it and see some stroke around your chair, right? Yeah. Loving it. Loving it. And even how I would go about applying it to TTRPG actual play shows, and that it'd be good for condition colors, like if someone's poisoned or if it's someone's turn, just add a glow around their, or a stroke around their border. So hi, yes, Kitty. All right, so we got a weekend Kitty view. Oh, thanks. Occasionally I have all right ideas. But yeah, that'd be great, because you just set the filter to turn on and off the various filters on your stream deck for each player, and just have, you know, rows of button to do that with. That'd be a great, I think that's a great visual for people. All right. Okay, Kitty, we gotta go. I gotta eat dinner. You want me to pet you more? Okay. But yeah, so thank you for all the work you put into that plugin. I noticed you had the what is it, the blur plugin? I can't remember. But that other plugin you also updated this week. I was talking about too much today, so we're gonna talk about the blur plugin next week. But yeah. So again, check out Finite Singularity stuff. It's amazing. The very popular with certain creators plugin, exactly. So next week, part of Tech Friday, we'll be talking about the blur plugin. Going on vacation after this week. Yes, you deserve it. So yeah, definitely, if you search OBS plugins and you find Finite Singularity, check it out. They're definitely worth downloading and adding to your OBS. All right, let's go say hi to Steven. Yeah, I mean, again, you do some of the best instructions out there, and that's also why I recommend your stuff, because you make it understandable to get your things into action, and that is huge. There's plugins I like that don't do that, and it's just harder to. I hope someone makes a video on it that, you know, and have to wait. But those instructions, like you, Exceldro, so good at that stuff. It's amazing. So thank you for taking the time to do that as well. All right, let's go raid Steven. And with that, I'll say have a good weekend. I'm going to try to see the Gundam movie tonight, maybe tomorrow. But I gotta feel like going through weekend traffic and weekend movie popular times at theater, so But if I do, I'll talk about it. Eventually, I'll have a new blog post up that I've been talking about for a couple months now. It'll be there. But yeah, find me, dclasair.com. That's where all my stuff lies. In wait for you to look at with your eyes. And other sensory things you might use with the internet. I don't know. You do you. Anyway, be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. Stay tuned for the raid. And I'll see you all on Monday. Bye.